everybody. Welcome to Night Social, episode 4. Sorry, last week had some personal stuff come up, had to reschedule. Today we have Chris from the 740 on the panel. Thanks for coming back, buddy. And our guest today is Kenny Bangs.
What's up,
Um,
guys?
Chris, like always, fun fact for the week, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Non-gun related, dumbest one I could find.
Let's hear it.
German chocolate cake was not invented by the Germans. It was invented by a man in Texas by the name of Sam German.
Texas
Oh.
makes everything, damn it.
We've always been lied to. I really thought it was like from Germany. Well, all right. Kenny, do you have one?
Fun fact of the day.
Week? Something funny?
I got nothing, man.
Oh, you gotta have something.
Um,
All right. Well, I'll go.
yeah, I ain't got nothing.
Almonds are a member of the peach family. Another lie we've been told. Fun fact.
You mean tell me almonds come from peaches?
They're from the family. I don't know if it's like a cousin of the cousin, but whatever. So we are glad to have you, Kenny. I appreciate it. You want to go ahead and tell us about yourself a little bit?
Sure. So I've been making content for like the past probably year and a half. I was definitely a lot bigger on TikTok for a while. That's where I started out. Got perma banned like last month, or no, that was earlier this month at like 7K. So that was great. I'm a co-founder for Rattle Syndicate. I've been in the Marine Corps for like closing on 4 years in just a couple of months. I'm just saying, I just love the 2A industry. I love everyone in the 2A community, and I think everyone's doing good things.
Awesome. Thanks, Kenny. We're going to get into all that and some more. Let's see who is all out in the side chat. We got Bearded Lunchbox. Thanks for coming. Daniel, God is my judge. Thanks for coming. DJ Play Nice. Brandon, how we doing? Sanchez. What is up, guys? Thanks for coming out. Oh, I knew Brandon would love this. He said devil dog.
God damn it. There's always like one or two people that say it.
He's a buddy for a while now. I was in the academy with him. He's a great guy. He's funny. But all right, let's get into it. So let's just get down to night vision experience. Let's just start off with that. How was it when it got introduced to you? How much usage have you done with it? And some fun experiences and not so fun experiences.
Holy shit. All right.
I know.
First question. My experience. PVS 14s that barely work that are probably older than me. I gotta smack the shit out of the fucking work, dude. Just like, hey man, please work. Nothing like I'm doing a maneuver range or some shit. This shit just cuts off, and I'm like, oh no.
You got some like duct tape and some cord and just holding it on.
Trying to hold it in place, trying to like get it to work. It turns back on. Gotta smack it. It turns back on. The battery says it's a nod.
And it gets issued to you like, hey, it's here, it's yours, don't lose it, use it, and it's supposed to be better than what you got it, right? The condition's supposed to be better.
Yeah, somehow.
So go ahead, get into it. What was some fun stuff you've done with it? What's some not so fun?
Okay. Maneuver ranges, not fun to do with it. I don't personally own nods yet, but I've had some good nods. I've had some bad nods. I have nods at work. Okay, fun experiences. Okay, this is the least tactical thing I'm gonna say here. Hide and seek with nods.
That is the real reason. People are always like, "What do you need them for? We're not just gonna go and kit up and go out and use guns every day." I'm like, "No, you don't."
Because I'm bored with 30 plus dudes, and we all want to play hide and seek.
Hide and seek. That is awesome. All right, tell us about that.
Dude, oh my god. So in our little assembly area, my last little job, we were in this building and whatnot. We shut off all the lights to the whole building, shut off everything. And basically everyone got time to like go hide. So everyone's sitting there with their nods, people seeking dudes. Yeah, we still use HKs. I got the IR with a SCO pack and a suppressor, all that good shit. The SCO is like an LPVO from Trigicon, I'm pretty sure. I'm not a big fan of that LPVO, honestly. I've used better. I'll tell you why later. Dude, night vision can be fun and scary. At least when you're, it's fun when you have the working ones. It's terrible when you don't have the working ones because then you really can't see shit.
So was it like in a gym setting or like a assembly? Was there like chairs or was it wide open area that you guys played hide and go seek with these
Well,
things?
the building had a lounge. It had a gym. Like this, is where we lived for like 2 weeks at a time when guarding assets and whatnot.
Okay.
And it was like a 2-story building, and we'd hide in the garages and all this other weird shit. And I can't really go into too much detail about the layout, but it was a big enough
Yeah,
building
that's
to
fine. Yeah.
where a bunch
Don't
of
get
Marines
yourself
could just scatter like roaches to hide anywhere. And if people were hiding ladder wells, just everywhere in cabinets, just doing stupid shit.
You
It,
hear me
like
like holding the door shut.
it's like 9 o'clock at night on a Saturday, and we're just bored. We're down there, we're not getting a weekend, so we're just like, dude, we need something to do. Someone
Right.
has a fun idea: hide and seek with night vision. I was like,
Sold.
I'm not saying no to this.
Right.
I stopped my gym workout for this.
To give the viewers like a setting, how many guys were doing this in a 2-story building?
How many dudes were doing this in a
Yeah.
2-story building? Shit, like probably about 30 of us.
30? So is it like a 2-story house or is it like a big old building that's like
Like this was a building we like staged all our shit. Like I can't really go into detail.
so kind of like a
What that
dorm room or is it like a shed type?
like here you had like 2 berthing areas where we sleep, and you have some garage where we stage all our gear, weapons, vehicles, all that bullshit, and
Okay, so it's not
like
like an
gym and
open
lounge.
area. There's a lot of nooks and crannies. Or
Yes, there's a lot of nooks currently. Like it's close quarters as hell. So I
okay,
mean,
okay. So
yeah.
there's like 30 dudes just like trying to find a spot, and there's probably some dudes that are like fighting over a spot and rolling around. Like,
Yes.
shut
Yes.
up,
I literally laid flat on top of a bear cat and no one found me.
Really?
Yeah,
Someone's gonna be
that shit was
upset.
funny. I was just sitting there
From a
looking, and I was just flat as hell because it's dark. They can't see my silhouette, so I'm like,
Yeah,
perfect. So I'm just laying flat as hell because the Bearcats are kind of tall, right? So
yeah,
they can't really see on top. And found a perfect spot to lay flat. So if they walk to the side of it, either way, they're not going to see me. So I was like laying flat, even making my my feet flat. Just trying to like starfishing pretty much, just like some spy movie shit.
be one with the bear cat.
I was one with the Bearcat, dude. I was the Bearcat. But okay, infantry unit. Right now I just got the 2-2 like a few months ago.
That's a new one. Hi MCK, Darkwork Syndicate. Thanks for coming.
Darkworks, what's up, man?
Woods is out there now. What's up, Woods? All right, now you told us a funny one. What's some bad experiences? Did anyone lose it? You have to have a working party to find it. Did yours like not work, but you're still out there and you're like have to just find your way through without night vision, or any
Yes.
terrible experiences? Go into that.
Yes. Okay. Haven't had anyone lose nods, thank God. Not yet. At least my last unit, no one lost nods. Thank Christ. I did not want to deal with that situation like ever. Especially because there's contractors everywhere. So like those nods end up on the ground. If I was a contractor and I saw a $4,000 pair of nods on the ground, I don't know. That shit's going home with me. But
Yeah,
bad experiences. I didn't have nods that didn't completely just not work, but I did have nods that just like kept shutting off.
really.
Those were just
Bad
problems.
battery or the connection.
Like it was just they're old, they're beaten up, and
Yeah,
probably the last guy didn't really take care of them. The last guy before that, and the last guy before that, so on and so forth. Like if
right.
think about people in the military when they get gear, it's gonna be usually beating the shit. So
Yeah,
I mean,
used and
I
abused, barely serviced.
yeah. Versus like you get like a brand new pair, you're like, oh shit, it's nice. Like okay, training outside the Marine Corps and looking through other people's shit and whatnot. Like I experienced white phosphorus nods for those were fucking sick.
Yeah, it's kind of funny they call it white phos, but it has like a bluish tone to it.
It does,
It's
but it's so
very interesting.
satisfying.
And fun fact, I should have said this for the fun fact actually. They could have picked any color when they do night vision. but for some reason they stuck with green and white. They had red for a while. Apparently messed with some stuff, so they just kept with those colors. And, that, and I don't know why, but I thought that was pretty interesting that they could have picked any color, and they just chose the green and white.
You know, I
Dark red.
thought about that. I really thought about that. Military grade. Yeah, military grade doesn't always mean great.
Were they blimmed out? Like in
Um,
the center where you just kind of like have to like look around that blim and like rotate just to actually see.
there were some dark spots in some nods I've used, and they were. I mean, they work sometimes. I mean, for most part.
Right.
And once again, beat the hell, probably dropped and thrown around carelessly because like it didn't come out of anyone else's pockets except the government. So and taxpayers.
And if you break it, even though it's already broke, you're probably gonna have to pay for it or get in trouble.
Not really. I could probably just swap it out. So when it gets lost, that's the problem.
Okay, well that's good. I do. All right, so let's get into competition shooting. So we're all about learning, improving, and testing ourselves, our gear, whatever you want to call it, and just our mindset in general, and how the go. Sorry about my dogs. Go at, let's just say, a course. So why'd you start shooting competition? We'll call it competition. And what have you learned from it? What do you like from it?
All right. So I was never really into matches. I was not big into competition shooting by no means. Now I respected the sport, of course. I did. Like sometimes I watch some of them, like they were cool. Like seeing how fast people shoot, and like that takes training. That takes some commitment. I've seen some pretty stellar dudes, and I wouldn't even say I'm a big competition shooter now at all. Um, I think they're a good time. I think they're fun. Very cool community. Very
Would you
productive people.
would you recommend them to a new shooter, an experienced shooter, or would you say you need to just dabble in it a little bit and get intermediate, or would you just say just try it out first try, new shooter?
Well, if you're a new shooter altogether, like you're just now getting the firearms and learning, like I think, first take time to get comfortable and just learn the fundamentals, right? Just learn those basic things. And then by all means, once you have the fundamentals down, you can move and shoot, you can stand still and shoot in different positions.
Right.
Then I'd say, yeah, by all means, full send it. Like you don't have to go in with the damn it, I need to win personality or mindset here. You just need to go in with the idea of, look, I'm here to learn, I'm here to get better, and I'm here to pick people's brains, and that's how you get better. And that's where I enjoy these competitions because it has had me shoot in ways that I've not necessarily shot before or really thought of. Like I didn't train much in offhand, so I was like, oh shit, well I better figure it out or get good at it because I'm gonna look like ass.
Yeah, dude. Finding your dot offhand is the most humbling thing ever. You're like going through it, getting all these things, reload, and next thing you know, you're like, oh, offhand side. And you're like, where's my dot? Where's my front sight? Oh shit.
Oh, pistol wasn't hard for me to figure out at all. It's more so like
Rifle, you just gotta switch your eye.
yeah, you just kind of apply the same fundamentals. Like all I thought about was like, okay, I'm just gonna apply the same fundamentals on the other side, and I should be fine. Sure enough, I was fine. I mean, I already kind of knew how to shoot offhand, but I didn't train it a lot at all.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't. I feel like you need to train it more, if that makes sense. But
I'd say like run some drills. Like I'd say like I'd say definitely incorporate it into your training regularly.
Yeah, Chris, what do you think about new shooters going in the competition? And you're a lefty, so was it hard for you to transition to your non-dominant?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the first time I had to do it in a match, and I never trained for it. And I'm like, I'm just sending bullets downrange because I don't know where that dot's at, so I'm just letting them rip.
Point shoot.
And, yeah. And then after that match, I'm like, I gotta start training for this. Like this is that was embarrassing and stupid at the same
Right.
time. So, but it's I'm the exact opposite. I think it's a lot easier with a rifle than what it is with a handgun. That for me personally. Um, but then again, I shoot more PCC than anything. So
Yeah, you're a
but,
wizard with that thing.
but I mean, as far as competition goes, I think I agree with what Kenny was saying. I think you definitely need to get your basic fundamentals first, and then go. I mean, um, yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
I don't think it's just something that you're going to go. I don't think you should just go to the gun store, you buy a gun, and then you sign up for a match. Definitely
Yeah.
don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Um,
totally agree. I'm on the same board as you guys. Let's get to some of the questions and answers we had out there. Brandon, we had a guy lose PVS 14 on Gene on a field op. Oh boy. Look for literally close 17 hours since all that stuff is government issued. Serial code. You never found it. Somebody got in trouble.
Someone was getting fucked. And when I
I,
mean someone, I mean a lot of people are getting fucked.
I wonder how many people fell asleep looking for it. Just like,
Not a single
out.
fucking soul. I will tell you that with full confidence right now. Not a single fucking soul went to sleep. They were police calling for hours.
17 hours. Brandon, you are definitely second guessing your life. Holy poop.
I second guess
When
my
you
life
guys
a
went to
lot in the
sleep,
Marine Corps.
or when it was like downtime, whoever, they knew who lost it. He definitely got something done to him. And it wasn't just a hug.
Whole lot of fucking
Well,
hatred.
There's Lunchbox got
and then-
there's a good comment. He said when he got injured, he had to go lefty. So
Wow. I can only imagine that. How long did it take you to not just recover your arm, but be able to shoot freestyle comfortably and actually be able to shoot accurately, consistently with your left hand after doing that? Love shooting with long gun, shotgun, and rifle. Yeah. Shotgun's fun. I don't shoot it enough. So we talked about your trainings or your matches. Let's show the viewers a little video that you have, and we'll have you diagnose it for us.
Sure.
All right. Let's see here. Share screen. All right. Let's do this one. Wish I could go full screen.
X like Celine, not a flex. Bumping Justin Bieber, the fever and left. She know what she need, or she blessed. Give it my best. Got my heart, slay with a knife. My back was with that. 21, I love.
All right.
So
that stage was fun as hell.
So you went. There was obviously probably more to it than shooting out of the car and shooting from at a moat on a platform, a floating platform. So just go into that for us a little bit.
So stage starts from the car. The gun's on the dash. It is condition 1, which is round chamber magnet circuit. We all hopefully know that. Beep starts. You have to hit this green plate like 3 times, and you have like, I think it was like 3 or 4 targets. Yeah, like 3 targets presented in front of the car. You had to put rounds into those. One of them was a headshot. 2 of them were 3 shots to the chest. From there, your gun's going to go empty. I think we had a 10-round load for that first mag.
Okay.
That's what you were allowed. And then your ammo's on a barber chair, and you got to run to that before you hit the platform. So you grab the mag or 2 mags, whatever I brought. So I brought like 2 mags, put on the barber chair, grabbed it, loaded one, holstered the other, retained it. And then now I'm running up to this sketchy ass platform, the boat.
It was 2 barrels that looked like it was held up by bubble gum and rope.
Dude, it was sketchy. It was fun. It was sketchy.
You know,
So I was like, all right, if I bust my ass and the old guy didn't, I'm just gonna quit.
did you see anyone do it differently, or did you see someone fall before you or anything, or how'd you game plan for that? Because that's something I've shot off of moving platforms, but I've never shot of a platform on water. There's got to be a big difference because of moving platforms, they move, but it's not that much as the water
Yeah.
because you could literally tip the whole thing.
Well, it was a relatively stable platform. Like it looked worse than what it actually was. Like it wasn't
Okay.
gonna like full on tip, but like get your balance. And immediately what I was thinking was like, all right, I need to get on this thing and get a stable stance. I need to get stability. I don't care that I'm moving. I'm still gonna put shots on target. I don't care. But my big thing was just get stable. So put one foot after the other,
Right.
got a stable stance, and presented. And there were several targets in front of you that you had to hit several times each. And it was 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. I forgot how many targets were in front of me, but then you had to hit a red stop plate to stop, which was off to your right, if you could see.
We got a question about that platform.
Yes. From what I understand, you had to be in the standing position. But I mean, I would preferably shoot pistol from the standing anyways. And plus, that was probably where I was going to be most able to control my balance anyways. So
Okay.
that was probably the most preferred at that moment. That's
You
why
didn't
my stance was more spread out.
You didn't see anyone take a knee. I wouldn't try and lay down on that, but you didn't see anyone try and do that.
No, everyone just kind of jumped on it and then got a stable standing position, just kind of put rounds on target.
Okay. And then after that, did you have to do anything else, or was that
No, that was it. Once you hit that red stop plate, that was an drill. Unload, choke
That was-
clear, you're done.
okay? So that was the end of that stage.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, that's definitely we don't have anything up here in Ohio like that. When I seen that platform on the water, and I was like, that's awesome. I had
Dude,
to
it
get.
was cool. It was cool.
I wish we had something like that up here.
Like the owner of the match is called ZSA, Zombie Shooter Association. The dude named John that runs the thing, he is crafty when he makes these stages. He is crafty, and weird enough, he's trying to teach you things without necessarily teaching you things.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool thing about it, and that's why I definitely enjoy going to these matches because I do learn something each and every time, like what I need to work on or something I should think about more. So it definitely has made me a way better shooter as
And
a
it
whole.
just and shooting these matches just goes back to exposing yourself that stuff that you don't train for and you have never been exposed to. So to put yourself in I'd say a controlled environment, it's pretty safe. There's stuff that can happen, but it's still a controlled environment. So
Very
putting
controlled.
yourself into that position to try those things is probably the safest than being in that position, never being in it, and your life or someone else's life that you care about depends on it. So I'm not saying you would ever have to be on a floating platform to save your life or somebody else's, but if it has to happen, hey, you've been there, keep your composure, you know?
Yeah. I mean, all it was like, all right, if I overthink this platform, your life's going to be harder versus like, look, my mind just said, just get on the damn platform, get a
Right.
good position, just start shooting, dude. And that's literally just what went through my mind. Get on the platform, start putting rounds on target, go to work.
That's awesome.
And sure enough, I did. I was moving pretty quick from what I was being told. I wasn't really thinking about time or nothing. I really don't be thinking about time at all. I just move. I just move and I put rounds on target. And the time I get's the time I get. I mean, if it's slower, then I know what I need to work on. But if it was considerably fast and I still like picked up on my own flaws, because that's why I like recording too, because I can look back and be like, okay, I definitely could have been faster here. I definitely need to speed up on reloads or getting my sights on target, whichever it was. I kind of think about that moment and refine that and fine tune it.
Right. Chris, what do you think about that stage shooting from a floating platform?
I've never shot on the water. Now, when we used to shoot at Dog Valley, we had platforms like that we had to stand on, that were on chains.
Yeah.
It's not as hard as what I think people think it is. Like that. What if you get a good stance on it and everything? You can kind of control that motion.
Exactly.
Right.
That's all you need to do is just be in control of yourself and you control the platform. You like, I think people look at it and think it's harder than what it is, but I'm like, it wasn't. If you got good fundamentals, like going back to that, you will be okay. I promise.
What type of other matches or courses have you've seen that you haven't been exposed to, and now you have? So what's something that kind of stood out, kind of like that floating platform?
Um, sitting and shooting.
Okay.
So like sitting in a chair and shooting, that's different. Offhand, I did not train that a whole lot. Um, to really go into diverse things I've experienced now that I haven't before. So pretty much that whole match was pretty different.
Okay. And you seem pretty fluid.
I'd say I was okay. I was decent. I've seen some fucking monsters out there. I'm not gonna lie, like some dudes that like come up with these
Oh yeah.
serious ass setups and like staccatos and shit. And like first you're like, all right, still I'm skeptical. Then I see them go to work. I'm like, oh, this
Yeah,
motherfucker
they
shoots
just
like
burn it
thousands of
down.
rounds a week.
They're like, why'd you even show up to this match, dude?
Some of these dudes be all sponsored and shit, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, I can see why.
Yeah. They put years into it, and then some people just have a natural niche to it too, and just take advantage of it and realize it and excel.
Yeah.
So you're part of. You said earlier you're part of Death Rattle Syndicate. You want to go into that and tell them what Death Rattle Syndicate's about and your part?
Sure. So we started Death Rattle Syndicate literally at the beginning of this year. We just formalized it as a LLC as of recent, so we can protect ourselves legally. And we didn't expect to grow this fast. So ideally, we started just putting out media content, like you guys see on my page, and trying to put out a bit of a message and a lot of content. Um, we are trying to spread a positive message within the 2A community and remind people, like, look, like we the people hold power. Don't like think you don't. There's a lot of bad things going on in the world, and it's okay to be the good dude. Like you don't have to follow everyone else.
Right.
And with all the censorship and anti 2A shit going around, such as the attack of us content creators and our rights for owning firearms, like I'm pretty sure trying to ban suppressors now. I think I just read up on that. Pistol braces, etc. Not too sure how the whole battle's going right now. I haven't had time to look into it, but we disagree with a lot of that, and we think everyone should have the right to own a firearm. Any responsible person should be able to own a firearm and train and hold a standard, because you don't know what you're going to be presented with, and that's why we show footage of us training and put out these messages and these positive messages, like, hey, look, like the world's getting worse. We're seeing riots. We're seeing censorship and threats on the horizon and more active shootings every day. And the only way to really solve these problems is to prepare yourself, because you can't always count on 911 to show up at the right time. Sometimes you got to take care of things yourself, protect yourself. Like you yourself are responsible for yourself and your family. And as men, that's where we stand. Like we are responsible for ourselves and our families.
So safe to say, the Death Rattle Syndicate is about um, being American, um, having your rights not be violated, and continue training and providing for yourself.
Yeah, just be the best way for me to put it is just be a good dude.
Okay.
Like help those around you. Like, and I'm pretty sure anyone that has spoke to me or anyone within Death Rattle Syndicate or DRS, they could say that we've been very positive and we've always influenced them to keep pushing the envelope and keep doing good things. Like we're happy when someone does something for the community. We're happy if someone outbeats us, excels, does better than us, and has a positive impact on the community. The end goal is to have a positive effect on the community that kind of breaks someone away from a mindset of like, look, I'm gonna sit here and make excuses to why I'm not where I want to be. Instead, I'm just gonna push to get where I want to be. I'm putting the work. I want to train, but I don't own a gun or kit. So what I've been doing is personally, and the rest of DRS, is trying to talk to companies and stuff and see like, hey, look, what can we do to get affordable gear to everyday people?
Right.
What can I do to help push that kind of envelope, so like maybe they don't need to spend $800 on EOTech and thousands of dollars on a kit setup versus like, look, on the other flip, we've also tried to educate people on lesser known pieces of gear and try to put things out there. Like one of the companies I'm testing out right now, 0331 Tactical, they dropped a series of plate carriers. I'm field testing their Sierra right now. I gave him my criticism on it, and he's going to fix it, and I'm hopefully going to see a phenomenal product.
Do you have a picture of that on your Instagram? Here, keep entertaining.
I may or may not, but there's videos showing me using it as of recent.
I'm going to take a gander.
But if you just look 0331 Tactical up on Instagram, they have plenty of pictures of their carriers.
Yeah, that's a big thing that I do a lot of that on my channel, just showing people budget stuff that works, because you got a lot of people out there, they did, like you said, they can't afford to go and buy stuff like that. Just your EOTechs and
look, you can't afford an EOTech, you still get a good, reliable, decent optic. Like hell, the Sig Romeo is just fine. I've had dudes use it. I've used it completely fine. I've ran primary arms completely fine. I've run a 6-hour LPVO for a while, and that shit ran fine. So I mean, reality is you don't need to spend $1,000+ on an optic alone just to have a good, reliable optic. Now, get you a reliable rifle, right? So like, you can get a $500 rifle off of Palmetto State Armory, and they've been torture tested out the yin yang. I've seen that, and they work just fine. They hold 0, solid guns. So I mean, do you really need to spend thousands of dollars on a rifle? No, you could if you have thousands of dollars, why not invest? Yes, getting a decent fighting rifle setup, so like a light and an optic of your choosing, right? Get you a piece of kit, whether that be a chest rig or a plate carrier, and some decent plates, a belt, holster, a whole setup. You can get a lot of stuff for a rather affordable price. I mean, is it like super cheap? Not necessarily, but it is damn reliable.
What's the plate carrier called?
My plate carrier is called the Sierra.
Okay, all right, I found it. All right. All right, let's show the viewers. So, this is the one you have?
Yep.
Okay. And a lot of molly. Looks like it's laser cut, so that's good.
Oh, yeah, it's solid.
I like how the female side of the buckles are attached. It's got an admin zipper. Okay. Ooh, quick detach. Does it have... Okay, I like that.
Very well padded. Very well padded.
Yes, because how long have you had it on where you finally noticed it compared to your other ones where you're like, man, I can finally like feeling it, and you're trying to get comfortable again?
So I've put it on, ran around with it. I've shot with it on at my last comp, and I've gave my feedback to 0331 Tactical, and they're super professional about it. I recommend it and don't at the same time. I think it needs some improvements before it should really be seriously pushed out. But I think it's a solid product. It has a lot of potential. I'd say once they get their fitting issues down, so different carbon options, what I recommended for better fitting, and maybe some pockets to hold the plates more firmly in place, it would be completely fucking solid. And I was running my Cry JPC for all. My experience with plate carriers, yes, you're issued plate carriers, and I've ran a Shellback, and I've run Cry JPCs, and I've now run this. Okay, so JPC, all right, great for a while. Don't recommend it for load bearing at all. So for more infantry purposes and load bearing purposes, that's why I looked into the Sierra, because it looked comfortable to wear for long periods of time and didn't need much modification to do that.
Right.
Whereas my JPC did. So not saying that JPCs are bad or anything, but I don't recommend it for like extreme load bearing or anything. So I wouldn't say like for an infantry environment, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, yeah. Lunchbox says AR-15 or AR-500 plate and carriers, decent quality. Yeah, for the price, you cannot beat that, what they offer. I agree with you. I had, that was my first, was AR-500 plates and a carrier. And then I just kept slowly upgrading to where I am now, which is Hesco's with an LBT. And it works for me.
LBTs are sweet.
It works for me. I have to go back to this comment where Daniel said he took out a trash panda with a headshot at 60 yards right at the start of the show. That's awesome.
with his PCC.
Yeah. That's epic. That's what I'm talking about.
Headshot for the boys.
And then Chad said just okay. I appreciate it, Chad. If you're still here, thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Let's catch up. Old guy, man. Young kids. Yeah, that's a heck of a shot.
Dude, I've met too many old guys with cool guns.
Oh, yeah. Chris has some great guns, man. And there's
I know, I'm looking
he's
at his
always
wall.
pulling out a gun. I'm like, you have that? I'm like, no way. That you had that 380? Or was it yeah, it was a 380, wasn't it? The Walther?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't call that a great gun. That's probably one of the biggest misses Walther ever made there, the PK 380.
Yeah, but still, you like have guns I've never even seen before.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that gun on the channel yet.
No. And like it's kind of like the same to me. I don't think I ever showed you that one shot 22 that I had. You're
right.
Like, what's that? So I guess it is kind of the same. But it's just every once in a while you'd be like, holy crap, you have that? Or it's like really cool. Like that P90 kit that you have, that's amazing. I think that's the coolest thing.
Yeah, we need to get that back out. We haven't played with that for a while.
We got to put a suppressor on that thing.
It doesn't have a threaded barrel. That's what sucks.
Oh, we can find a machine. Or we can just hold it on there and tape it. And do one of those, don't try this at home.
We could probably just buy a Ruger 1022 threaded barrel. It wouldn't cost us that much anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Full send it.
Oh, thanks, DJ. I appreciate that.
DJ is the man.
Yes, he is. We'll keep that up there for a while. Chad said, yeah, dude, getting ready to be in the loading room. Got to finish the last part, including the video start. Awesome. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day and come on here, Chad. I really appreciate it. Loading is important, though, so you better finish that.
Yeah, speaking of reloading, if you can get out to Jesse's early tomorrow, I'm going to be doing we're going to try to capture a couple different bullets. So if you want to come out for that, I got some 10 millimeter stuff we're going to try to capture tomorrow.
Interesting. Okay. And then resources. Speaking of competition, me personally, it's probably not looking in the books for me.
I will be there for sure, Daniel.
It's not a no for me, but
he squatted with us too.
I know. I really want to shoot with him.
OL Bricks has got a question out there.
Yes, he does. Get any good content with Sam? Yes, I did. Yeah, I just did a nice little photo shoot and hung out with Sam from Photos Never Die. Go follow him on Instagram. Great dude. Great, solid guy. I believe he's out of Pennsylvania. I'm not going to dox what city he's in, but he does some great wizardry with the camera. It's amazing. I take a photo and I look like Play-Doh. He takes a photo and I look like I'm in a movie. It's amazing. I have a new design coming out for like summer drop in like mid-June. So that's what it was kind of. Oh, no way. What's up, dude? Appreciate it. But yeah, I have a design coming out mid-June, and that's what we kind of did some photo shoot on here. Either the next live stream or episode 6, I'll probably teaser it. I kind of give my YouTube live sessions a teaser on my designs and stuff. But yeah, I definitely recommend him. If you've never done any work with him, try it. You would. I'm slow and fail to engage many targets. Mike is my best friend on the weekend for some reason. During the week, he is not around. But when it comes to Saturday or Sunday, he's like, hey, buddy. Oh, Chicago Mike's here. Everyone's starting to come in. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Man, when it comes to engaging multiple targets, my best thing is, and this may be common knowledge, but literally just look at target, bring the sight to my eyes, and pulling that trigger. That's literally works for me, like for quick target acquisition.
Yeah, that works, man.
Where my eyes go, the sight's gonna go.
Yeah, exactly.
And I really find what definitely helped me in my splits, like kind of just stand on the wall of the trigger. Like I already know I'm about to engage another target, so I'm already kind of like half pulled in a sense. Like I'm like right where I can feel the trigger.
Yeah, I already have it prepped.
Yeah,
what trigger
and boom.
What trigger do you use?
Nothing special. Literally just a polished mil spec trigger in my AR, and then for my Glock, just standard Glock trigger.
So you got it spit shined and worn in.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That was a cool photo too. Yeah. I think he took like over 200, and then his other buddy that was there, which is Photo Mojo. It's like _ FOTO _ Mojo. Go follow him on Instagram. He's another really good photographer out of Pennsylvania. He had like 80. So those guys did amazing. They did more than they should have. Honestly, I was fully grateful, and I can't wait to see what more come. But yeah, so do you want like a better trigger, or do you like your trigger what you have now?
So for my Block 2 build, I'm completely fine with what it is. I don't like messing with my AR triggers too much, unless I was building an AR specifically for competition shooting. And I have thought about changing out my Glock trigger. That one I've considered, maybe dropping in an Apex trigger in there. But because I feel like I could deal with a lighter trigger on my Glock, smoother pullback. I mean, I can work just fine with the stock Glock trigger, no problem. But for the sake of, I could be faster on the draw and shooting ever so slightly.
You're gonna have to change it, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not a fan. Me personally, and everyone I talk to, even their performance trigger. I don't care if I get hate for this, but Glock's performance and their old triggers, dog water, straight doo doo. You can polish them and make them better, but that's the first thing I usually get rid of.
Yeah, a lot of people buy Glocks and change out the trigger. I know that, and I see why. Like I've shot a Glock with a different trigger, and that's what kind of made me want to change mine. It's different. I've shot with other AR triggers before, like a CMC trigger. It was light as hell, super light trigger. Like you didn't even feel the pullback. It was that light.
So shout out to Lead and Steel. They have an erect trigger. It's an acronym, which is pretty funny. Theirs feels like it's a flat face. It feels like a Tibney for literally a quarter of the price or half the price. It might be a little less than half the price. Yeah. It's amazing.
I get skeptical when changing out certain internals because the reason I went with a Glock is for its reliability. Like everything I build is like, the idea is like I could use it for duty use. Like it would be reliable in those situations. Like I can get dirty, I could beat it up, and it will still fire true.
Right.
So that's where I get skeptical about. Like, do I want to change anything besides trigger my Glock? No, the Glock's fine. Like I don't need to change slide, I don't need to change barrel. None of that's fine. But the trigger, it wouldn't hurt to change. AR, I'm not. I already built that. It cost an ass ton of money.
I was gonna say what do you have, a Block?
Block 2.
Yeah, you have a Block 2. That thing, after you run out of ammo, just beat the shit out of the guy. Use that
And then
thing.
take his ammo and shoot him with it because it'll be fine.
Yeah, dude, that thing. That's probably the only rifle I like that's heavy. I prefer like a balanced, not a light rifle, but a balanced rifle.
Mine's not heavy at all. It's very lightweight.
There's some heavy rifles out there. They're like, oh, you need full steel. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but this rifle's like 14 pounds, dude.
Yeah, have fun carrying
I'm like,
that.
what the hell? I'm like, yeah, you do static shooting and you barely move around, and that's cool for a 14-pound rifle. But when you move that thing around and carrying it for hours, that's no bueno, buddy. But hey, each your own, right? But yeah, I've shot a Geisley, CMC, Timney, and then now Lead and Steels. And Lead and Steel, I like it. It's technically a mil spec. They changed out the trigger, the springs, and I think that's really about it. That's the only thing that I seen that was different and that they have on their website, and it's amazing. It's like 2.5 pound, crisp reset, no wonky, nothing, just straight pull reset. That's it.
It's definitely an amazing trigger for not being like a one piece like drop in trigger. I will give them that.
It's not over $100. It's not $200 trigger that some of these guys are. It's under $100, and it's pretty good. It's definitely something I'd recommend to switch out for your stock trigger.
That's interesting.
What is up, Casey? Thanks for coming, buddy. I really appreciate it. Oh, here we go. I knew somebody would say it. Thanks, Chicago. Better trigger without messing it with a Canic. I like Canics. Straight out of the box, I would take it to a match and run it with their trigger.
They've kind of revolutionized the game a little bit. Coming out of like straight out the box, they're nice as hell.
They're full metal Canic. I'm getting one. I shot one last month. I was at it was like a shoot party thing where people just show up and like show off their stuff and just have fun. So one guy brought a full metal one, an all black one, the one I've been looking for, and I can't find it. And I got to shoot a full mag through it, and I was in love. I love that thing.
Some guns have that effect, man.
I haven't shot the full metal Smith & Wesson though. I want to. It looks slick too. I like that type of machine.
That thing is smooth.
Did you see the new competition 10mm one now they got out?
No. Can you pull that up for us? No way. Sometimes you got to pay them, man. Oh my. While he's pulling that up, I made a community post earlier. I think it was like yesterday or the day before. Sorry, my days are running together. But I am starting a USPSA night match in Ohio. And it hasn't been done. It's going to be a trial run. So there's going to be a really cool highlight video. It's going to be a couple minutes long. I'm just going to mesh it all together. That's going to come out probably second week of June. That's definitely not one you want to miss out on. I'm excited for it. All right, let's look at this thing.
Look at that bad son of a bitch.
No way. Wow.
That's different.
I like it. Do you like it?
I love it. In fact, I am, I've been kicking around, I've got my Glock 40, 10mm.
Yeah.
And I've been kicking around like buying a 4.5-inch barrel 10 or a 5. And I haven't yet. Now that I've seen this, I'm like, I think I'm going to get this one. It's optics ready. It's already got the suppressor right sights. You already got the built-in comp.
No way. That's dope.
And these 2.0 performance center triggers are actually really good because Bald, I'm curious, bought the 9mm version of this.
Okay.
And he loves it. He's been shooting it in USPSA. So I wish they would have. I think right now there is no option to buy one without the safety. So you're going to be stuck with that. But I got one on my M&P 45 and it doesn't bother me. I just don't use it.
Right.
So
That's
I think
awesome.
it's a beautiful gun.
I'm a fan of it. I like it. I'm gonna have to go against you on this one, Chicago. I'm sorry, Smith and Wesson. I don't think they're going downhill.
Oh, they ain't never going anywhere, man.
I think they might stay like static and have like a couple bumps, but I don't think they're going downhill, man. This is impressive. I would like to get a hold of it, shoot it, and actually see it. But from what is presented in front of me, I like it. I agree with Darkworks, man. It is pretty sick. Man,
I'm gonna go. I'll go see if I can find the what the price on this is. I'll be right back.
okay. All right, Kenny. We got about 10, 12 minutes. Do you want to say anything else? Go over about what your plans are after you get out. What keeps you going? What improving? What motivates you? Or talk about anything you want, man.
Honestly, man, it's just the positivity I've been receiving in the community. I mean, that's probably the biggest one right there. I mean, it definitely takes time, money, effort, all of it to really make my page a thing and DRS a thing, which we started dropping merch. We are hoping to incorporate a small business to help push more things, more community events and fun things for the community. That's a big idea.
Right.
But ideally, we want to keep pushing content and keep making moves within the community and meeting new people, talking to new people, and spreading positive messages and vibes all around, really.
Right.
And the fact that it's working is the motivating part.
Yeah, people need it, man. They really do.
Dude,
It's hard to find solid dudes out there. They always like put on this persona or this image, but when it comes down to it, they either just do it. I'm just gonna say it. It's fake. Instagram's fake. But
Big
when
time.
you actually meet somebody or talk to them face to face or in person, there's a small number of dudes that are like down to earth, really cool, and actually do what they say.
Yeah, which is the idea behind the content as well. Like, yeah, I could put up an edit, and ideally, we want to bring up real world problems and we want to empower people to a sense. And the
Right.
way by doing that is putting out meaningful content that actually means something, not just a filler, not just cool, watch me shoot this gun. You know, there's plenty of guys already doing that.
Yeah. And
so why not
before
make it
your
meaningful?
before your TikTok got taken down, RIP.
Rip.
It was actually helping people. I would read your comments, and people would be like, "Oh, I need this today," or "Oh, I seen you shoot this way. I'm gonna try that," or or asking questions about your kit, and that's all positive info, and even positive criticism too, because they would ask like, "Why would you have that? Why would you do this?"
Mhm.
And it would. Those are the questions you need. That's the influence you need.
And I would answer each and every one of them.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. A lot of people, especially with these companies that get really big or overhyped, they're just, in my opinion, in it for the wrong reason. At that point, I could be wrong. I'm not going to name any names, but there's some companies, majority of them that are pretty high up, that they just don't even respond to their people, or they just push products for money. Maybe that's just what they're there for. That's fine, but yeah, I'm glad there's people out there like you, man.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, that's the thing. Like myself and even on the DRS page, we're constantly reposting other people's content, lesser known people all the time. People with less followers than us. We're always trying to they reach out to us and they're supporting us. They're sharing our stuff. We're gonna share theirs too.
Yeah,
they're on the same. You're usually on the same kind of page we are and share the same ideals, and that's where we stand.
yeah. There's no gatekeeping. There shouldn't be any gatekeeping at all.
Not at all. I mean,
All
there's
be
just no
supported.
reason to.
If someone's reaching a higher whatever than you, it should be thankful or congratulatory toward them. It should be happy for them. It should not be envious. Should be any of that, and it should go both ways. It should be supportive no matter what.
It should never be about envy. But I also look at it as this: for a lot of us in the community, I think we're trying to accomplish the same things, and instead of trying to, because I've seen the toxicity of people putting other people down for putting out some kind of content.
Yes.
And I'm we've all seen it. Why do that?
Right.
Why
Right.
not just offer constructive criticism? Why not just be like, hey man, good job. Like that helps. That motivates that dude to live another day, to put out more stuff, to stay productive, to keep training, to keep doing things. Like, why am I going to put someone down for trying to get better?
Right. Because
Why
he's
are
out
we?
there, or she, because there's women out there that do
Oh
this.
yeah, I've seen some
There's-
stellar female
There's
shooters.
women out there that shoot better than me and a bunch of people.
I know
I'm
a
the
few.
first one to say I've had a woman beat me. Do
I'm,
you?
I'm not
That's
trying to
awesome.
say it. I'm not
Super
trying to say
dope.
it. There is a woman that beats me at these matches.
Yeah, it's not about. You really shouldn't put anybody down at all because they're out there doing it and they're trying to get better. They want to try something. So putting them down is going to make I'd say it's a sport in our community less and less. So we got to build it up and keep pushing it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing about it, man. I mean, if you're not pushing others to be better, then what are you in the community? You're just a negative influence at that point. And like I kind of think about this, like how do you look at yourself as a person? Like, and I believe in this, like, and this goes both ways, like not just men, but good saying I heard was you either wake up a man or a bitch, and a bitch is going to put other people down, and man's going to uplift other people. So I mean that goes both ways, whether you're a woman or female. So like whether you're a man or a woman, you're gonna wake up beside whether you're a man or a woman. Okay, right? Whatever gender you are. So ideally, you should aim to uplift people. And that's the whole point of the content is to uplift others, empower others, be like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna take the next step and I'm gonna start training. Okay, cool. But we just put someone on a new page that may keep them from a bad spot in their life. People go through it all the time. Veterans, common, all the time. Gray and Gavin, both combat vets. Been through it. They
Yep.
understand it. Motivating someone and giving someone a purpose like training gives them something to live for. Gives them something to be excited for. And that goes for anyone.
Right.
There-
Bald and Curious is out there now, and he is awesome. He does competition shooting as well, and he called out a couple people in his time of YouTube's Yankee Marshall, I think. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. That
Greatest
video,
call out video ever. Yeah.
that was amazing. Love it. And he actually showed up. So a little backstory to that for you, Kenny. Yankee Marshall basically said that he can reload a revolver faster than a semi-auto pistol, something of that nature. Chris, tell me if I'm wrong.
Yep, exactly.
And Bald was like, bullshit, you're wrong, and I'm going to prove it. Dude did a video, and Bald's pretty good with the revolver. He shoots competition with the revolver. He knows what he's doing, and he's pretty good with the semi-auto pistol too. So he did it. He did what he's supposed to do. Shot one round with revolver, speed reloaded, another shot, time. And then he goes, all right, semi-auto pistol, one round, reloaded, one round, and compared it. And he's like, bullshit. It was amazing.
He did that video like 5 years ago, and I still go back and watch it. Like, I don't know. That's probably one of the best videos. He's done a lot of great videos.
It's
That's
one
one
of
of
my
the best
favorite videos.
ones ever.
It's amazing.
I can't believe he wasn't here when we had the picture of the new 10 millimeter M&P up.
Pull that up.
Okay.
Or
So-
go ahead.
All right. So if you had to guess, what do you think the MSRP on that is?
$800, $900.
$900. Yeah.
Okay. So my initial thought was 1,000.
Okay.
$749 is all that is.
What? Pull that picture up and show Bald. Bald, look at that thing. What do you think of that thing?
Bald's buying one. He'll be hitting the gun store tomorrow looking for one. He's already got the 9 millimeter. He's got to get the 10 now.
He can put a Gideon optics on that.
Yep.
It's already set up for an optic.
Yeah, it's probably like an RMR footprint, I would assume.
Looks like it. It already has co-witness sights.
I think the M&Ps come with plate systems.
He said, "Oh, oh man, these guys are amazing in the side chat tonight."
We're gonna have to get Kenny back on a panel one night and get Bald on here too at the same time. He'd love hanging out with him. He's cool.
Oh yeah.
End up going on a rant about retarded people.
Oh man. Well, I appreciate it. It's been an hour, guys. I appreciate you coming on, Kenny.
Yeah, no problem, man.
You want to give a shout out to your channels, to your YouTube, Instagram, your website? Go ahead. Just plug it. Anything you want to plug.
All right. Well, if you guys want to check me out further, just look up Kenny Bangs on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. I'm easy to find. Or if you want to support DRS or Death Rattle Syndicate, just check out Death Rattle Syndicate. We have a website, deathrattlesyndicate.com. We got some merch there. Same thing, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're all on there as well. Primarily Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, if you guys want to see some cool content, get a little motivated or something, check it out. We'll continue working towards our goals.
Awesome. Do you have anything planned this week or this weekend? Anything coming up?
I may be popping out to another match.
Okay. So we're going to see some more content of floating on in a lake or something?
More likely so.
Awesome. Chris.
Hey, thanks for the invite, man. It's a fun chat. Kenny, it was great meeting you, man. I really enjoyed the conversation. We'll have to do this again.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Anytime. I appreciated being on here with you guys.
Oh, shoot. Where's DJ? Well, actually, I got a wrench. I'll get a link out there. Hold on. Devin, give me a minute here. You want to talk about something?
DJ Plana, thank you for a host. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for coming out. No problem. I'm trying to not have a guest every week, but I'm trying to have good topics and not keep it night vision. Night vision, you can only talk about so much. Even I get bored with it, and I've been thrilled and use it almost every other day. So I try and keep it a little mixed and keep it interesting for you guys. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, for what's coming up with Spectre Solutions, I have a couple brand companies that sent me some stuff, and I did a review video, unboxing type video, and review. So that's going to come, and the next live chat will actually be sponsored by them. I'll be giving away a patch. Got a couple videos coming out. The Rugged Razor, first round pop with the end cap that it comes with, and then the 3-prong flash hider. I'm going to compare that at night as well. That's a video coming out. I'm going to compare it to Yankee Hill Machine Turbo. Not the new one. I wish I could get a hold of the B, but no one has the B version yet. Supposedly, that's supposed to be better than the Rugged. So when I can get a hold of that, I'll definitely do a video on that. So that's what's coming up with videos from me. Chris, go ahead.
All right. So Kenny's link is out there, guys. Go over there and sub his channel. And you guys can hit up my community tab here in a little bit, and I'll put a link to his Instagram and everything over in my community tab if you guys want to go over there and subscribe to any of his other social media. What do we got? What do I got coming up? I got all kinds of fun stuff coming up.
You want a bunch? Let it out, man, if you want. You
and I will be out testing the new Phoenix compact lights tomorrow night, filming that. That's going to be a great time. Saturday, I'll be at AIM Surplus all day for AIM Day doing the media down there. So hopefully going to have a lot of interviews and footage from there coming up. Going to be picking up a new gun Saturday, so you guys are going to see a lot of footage with that. Got a bunch of new optics on the way to the channel to review. So a lot of exciting stuff coming up. So thanks again, Devin, man. I love hanging out with you on Thursday nights. So
appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. Side chat, thanks for showing up, guys. We had a couple new people in here, a bunch of returners. Without you, this stuff would not be possible. I don't think I could sit here and just listen to myself. It's nice that we have these guests, but without you guys, we can only interact with each other for so long. And so thank you for keeping it interesting and wanting more. Next Thursday, I'll keep it on the same schedule, 9 o'clock. I believe Chris is going to have one Wednesday. So on that, Spectre out. See you guys later.
Take it easy, guys.
Night, everybody.